Good morning. It's October the 14th, Wednesday. Um, Very cool outside, which is great. Pardon my hoarseness. This is something that happens after dialysis because it pulls most of the fluid out of my body, so um, even the cells. So my larynx kind of dries out and I become a little hoarse. Not that kind. Anyway, just something that happens. I had a rough dialysis yesterday. I didn't feel too good towards the end. Sometimes that happens. You get muscle cramps and all sorts of stuff, but you know, the alternative's grim. My daughter just celebrated her second anniversary to her husband, which is great. I'm very proud of her. She's really, both my kids have come a long way. My son has a very sweet wife and two incredible good daughters, and my daughter has a very nice husband who has two sons of his own that are just a riot. So Nancy and I, my wife, and I are considering, what are we going to do? She's going to retire sometime soon, and part of us wants to live in Colorado, and we also want to stay here, back and forth. And of course, I'm Mr. Grumpy. I don't really want to go anywhere. So that's just something we're working on. I did finally break down and start a Facebook page, but I don't really check it very often. I'm not much on social media. This is good, what I do here, because I'm talking to you and I'm basically not listening to you, and which I know that sounds rude. I really do. You can always get a hold of me if you want to. You can always send me an email and leave me a message or make a comment here and say, hey, I want to talk to you, or you're a jerk or whatever. Today I do want to talk about one thing, and that's this amazing psycho end of the world Armageddon crap that people are spouting all over the place. The world has been around millions of years, billions, and in my own philosophy, so have we. When everything was created, we too were created, and the energy that makes us was created and continues. As we know, energy cannot be destroyed. It can't alter form. So one of the things this is one of the things that the Buddhists believe in, and why they say you could come back as a dog or a horse or a cat or a flower. And so it also is one of the reasons why they don't pick on anything. They don't kill bugs. They don't do things like that. It might be squishing their best friend or mother or someone. I don't know if I believe that. I think that there's a lot of different choices we have after death and before death. I know we continue. I've seen that, and believe me or not, what do I care? But I do know we continue. So death kind of lost its power of fear over me. It's not something I want to jump right into, but it's nothing to be afraid of. It just happens. You go on. That's the thing that death is it's an ego fear. We're afraid of losing ourselves and not being ourselves anymore, where actually what makes you continues. This is just a container. That's all. This is a container. So it's sort of like when you open up one of those jars of peanuts, and there's actually these springing worm things that jump out at you. That's kind of what our body is. It's the container for the springing soul, and the soul continues, and the spirit or whatever, the energy, I don't care what you call it continues. And and I have seen proof of this several times, so I don't worry about it. Life itself is a very enjoyable thing. There's a lot of people out there who don't think so, because they're either in agonizing pain, or they're at war, or they're starving. And I think that some of the things that we should be doing is considering other people, and considering how we can help the world be better, be a better world. You know, I remember, my wife and I would go into a drive-through restaurant, and every once in a while we'd say, "What's the total of the guy behind us?" And we'd go ahead and pay for their food. I'm not going to pay for 9 people in a truck, but if there's a couple or 2 or 3, that's fine. You put out $10 or $15, and excuse me, and you do something nice for someone. So that's the whole thing. This is how we rebuild the world, is we continually do things that are nice for people, nice for someone else, nice for the world. Plant a tree, pick up some trash, recycle. All these things help. And those of you who don't, then don't complain. You either help or shut up. So that's it. Go out and do something nice for someone else or the world, and then do something nice for yourself. I myself prefer listening to music. That's a nice thing to do, or reading. So have a wonderful day. Enjoy October. It's starting to turn cooler, and the leaves are starting to change, so that's great. And I will talk to you later. Be blessed. Bye-bye.